Dear viewers, when we turn the pages of history, we find some miraculous events that stun human logic and thinking. Today in this video, we will face such a hair-raising and miraculous incident. Imagine an ancient, dark cave underground thousands of years old, where a deadly trap was set. Yet when a man was thrown into that place of death, the fierce beasts did not tear him apart. Instead, they became calm like cats and sat quietly at his feet. Who was this great person? And why did a powerful king of history give him such a terrible punishment? This story does not start with an ordinary birth or death tale. It begins during the time of Islam's second caliph, Hazrat Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, with an unbelievable discovery. In Hijri 17, the Muslim army was busy conquering Persia. Under the leadership of General Hazrat Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu, the Muslim forces conquered one of Persia's toughest and most protected cities, Tustar. Tustar had walls that were almost impossible to break, but with Allah's help, the Muslims won the city. After the victory, while collecting the spoils of war, the Muslim soldiers found a secret underground tunnel or special room inside the fort. Out of curiosity, the companions entered that dark chamber. Before their eyes appeared an amazing sight. In the middle of the room was a high platform, and on it lay the body of a man. The most surprising thing was that, according to the local people, this body had been kept here for hundreds of years. Yet there was no sign of decay in the body. It had not melted away, and even the burial cloth was intact. It looked as if he had fallen into deep sleep just moments ago. Near the head of the body was a heavenly book or some ancient manuscript of the Torah. But what troubled the companions the most was a special ring in the hand of the body. General Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu examined the ring carefully. On the stone of the ring was carved a strange and mysterious design. It showed two huge, fierce lions with their tongues out, and right in the middle sat a person in complete peace, in some descriptions like a child figure. The two lions were not attacking him. Instead, it seemed they were caressing him or guarding him. Seeing this scene, the companions were astonished. Who was this person? Why was his body preserved for so many years? What was the mystery behind this ring's design? Why would a man's ring have lions carved on it? Without delay, General Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu sent a fast rider with a letter to Medina to Caliph Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, describing this strange event in detail. When the letter reached Medina, Amirul Mu'mineen Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu read it. After reading, tears flowed from his eyes. He called the senior companions of Medina and said, "O my companions, do you know who this person lying in Persia's soil is? According to some historical narrations, he was a highly respected person from Bani Israel, whom many consider to be Allah's prophet Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam, though his name is not directly mentioned in the Quran or authentic hadith, and there is historical difference of opinion about him being a prophet. Allah can make the bodies of his righteous servants forbidden to soil or insects, so his body remained intact even after thousands of years. But viewers, the question is, why lions on this ring? Behind it lies a terrifying history, a story of faith-testing trial. To uncover the mystery of this ring, we must turn back the wheels of time hundreds of years to the court of a cruel king in ancient Babylon city of Iraq, where a clash happened between a proud king and a chained prisoner. To understand this part of our story, we must go back to that dark era when Iraq's Babylon was ruled by one of history's most cruel and powerful kings, Nasser. This was that tyrant ruler whose name made people tremble with fear. He attacked the holy Beit al-Muqaddas, or Jerusalem, razed it to the ground, killed thousands of Bani Israel in floods of blood, and dragged the surviving ones in chains like animals to his capital Babylon. Among that dusty, hungry, and tortured caravan of prisoners was a young boy whose face shone with light. He was none other than Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam, whom some narrations call a prophet, though not directly mentioned in Quran or authentic hadith, with historical difference of opinion. From childhood he lost his homeland, saw his loved ones die before his eyes, and arrived as a prisoner in an unknown, hostile land. But can any chain of the world bind the one whom Allah Rabbul Alameen wants to honor? Even in the dark prison, young Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's wisdom, intelligence, honesty, and firm belief in Allah caught everyone's attention. Allah Ta'ala gave him a special gift to interpret dreams. In the historical book Al-Bidayah wan Nihaya, Imam Ibn Kathir mentions that King Bakhtanasar saw a strange dream. The kingdom's great magicians and priests failed to interpret it, but Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam gave the correct interpretation and amazed the king. After this event, the king freed him, and not only freed him, but made him one of the chief advisors and ministers of the kingdom. A foreign prisoner from a different religion became the kingdom's policymaker. This was Allah's power, but as usual in corridors of power, enemies outnumber friends. Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's unbelievable rise could not be accepted by other ministers and priests. Jealousy burned in their hearts. They saw the king consult Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam before any decision and trust him the most. The jealous ministers realized finding any fault in his character or actions was impossible, so they wove a wicked plot. They noticed Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam never bowed to idols. He worshipped only the unseen Lord. This became their main weapon for the plot. They provoked the king to issue a strange, harsh law. They said, "O great king, to prove your power and authority, announce that for the next few days, no one in the kingdom can pray to any god or deity except you. Whoever disobeys will face death penalty. And that death will not be ordinary. It will be thrown alive into a lion's den or pit." The king, not understanding the depth of their plot and due to his ego, sealed the law. Drums announced the decree across the city. The news reached Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's ears like wind. He understood this was a plan to kill him. But did he get afraid? Did he stop praying for a few days to save his life? No, a believer's heart fears only Allah, no one else. He closed his door and continued praying to his Lord as usual. But spies were waiting. They saw him in prostration, praying to his Lord. They immediately informed the king, "O king, your law is broken. Daniel did not obey your order." The king became very angry, but also inwardly sad, because he liked Daniel. But royal law could not change. The ministers pressured for punishment. Finally, the king ordered. Chaos spread across the city. Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam was arrested. He was taken to that terrifying execution ground, where a huge pit was made deep in the ground. In that pit, 2 massive African lions were already kept. These lions had not been fed for days. Their hunger made them roar so loudly, it seemed the ground would split. The plotters laughed devilishly, thinking today the thorn named Daniel would be removed forever from their path. The sun was setting in the west. Red twilight spread over Babylon's sky. Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam was brought to the edge of that fearful dark pit. When death is before the eyes, ordinary people's heartbeat increases, throat dries with fear. But this great person's face was calm and bright like a full moon, full of trust in Allah. He looked at the sky once, whispered remembrance of his great Lord. Then the executioners pushed him into that deep place of death. Not just pushed, they closed the mouth of the pit with a huge, heavy stone, so no chance of survival remained. To the people of the world, Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's chapter seemed ended there. The king returned to the palace, but his conscience started biting. He knew Daniel was innocent, All night, he could not close his eyes, walked restlessly in the palace corridors. On the other side, the plotters were celebrating victory. They were sure by now the hungry lions had chewed Daniel's bones and flesh to nothing. Their loud laughter made the palace air heavy. But in that deep underground darkness where human eyes cannot reach, an unbelievable event was happening. According to some historical narrations, when Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam fell down, the hungry two lions rushed toward him like lightning. Their eyes had the thrill of prey. But as soon as they reached close to Allah's beloved servant, an unseen signal made their ferocity vanish in a moment. Allah Rabbul Alameen changed the nature of the lions. The beasts that should tear a man apart became like pet cats curling at Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's feet. They started licking his body with their rough tongues, as if welcoming this great guest. Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam lovingly stroked the lions' heads and stood for prayer to Allah fearlessly. Peace of paradise descended in that dark pit. In some narrations, it is said Allah Ta'ala arranged food and drink for his beloved servant through angels from paradise that night, though these have weak chains and historical differences. Night passed. Dawn came. As soon as morning light appeared in the east, the king could not stay still. He rushed to the pit. He had faint hope that perhaps Daniel's Lord saved him, yet he thought surviving hungry lions was impossible. He ordered guards to remove the stone. Fearfully, he peeked into the pit and called in trembling voice, "Oh, Daniel, are you alive? Has your Lord saved you?" Everyone present stood holding their breath. Pin-drop silence everywhere. Suddenly, from the deep pit came a calm, dignified, peaceful voice that made the king's hair stand on end. The answer came, "O king, by my Lord's endless mercy, I am completely well. Allah Ta'ala made even the beasts my friends for me." The king and the people could not believe their eyes and ears. Quickly ropes were thrown. And Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam was pulled up. In sunlight, everyone saw no scratch on his body, even his clothes were not torn. No mark of lion's claws on him. Seeing this, the king froze in wonder and shouted, Truly Daniel's Lord is the only one worthy of worship." After this miracle, the king realized his big mistake. He immediately ordered arrest of those who plotted to kill an innocent Allah's beloved servant. As punishment, they were thrown into the same pit. Amazingly, the lions that stayed calm for Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam took their real form as soon as the plotters fell and tore them to pieces even mid-air. Allah thus made truth victorious over falsehood. After this event, Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam thanked Allah Ta'ala, and to keep this miraculous memory for future generations, he had that special scene carved on his ring stone, according to some narrations. On that ring was carved 2 lions and a man in the middle, whom they are licking or guarding. So he and his later generations never forget Allah's special help. And this very ring was seen hundreds of years later by the companions in Tustar's secret vault. Now the story turns back to Hijri 17's Tustar victory ground, where the companions discovered this holy body. After finding the body, General Hazrat Abu Musa al-Ashari radiallahu anhu asked the local elders and priests, "Why do you keep this holy body openly on a platform instead of burying it with respect?" The local people of Tustar gave a strange and wonderful fact. They said this holy body is a key to mercy for us. Long ago, when this great person passed away, from then we noticed a miracle. The people of Tustar said, whenever severe drought or no rain hits our land, when no drop falls from sky and crops burn to ashes, we bring out this platform to open fields under the sky. And by Allah's command, clouds gather dark in sky and heavy rain starts pouring. Meaning, they used Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's body as a means for rain. For ages they followed this custom. The body's preservation strengthened their belief. But the problem was, people slowly crossed the limit of respect. They used the body as means for blessings rightly, but under Shaitan's temptation, it gradually moved toward shirk and superstition. Instead of calling Allah, they started asking everything from this dead body, which is a terrible crime in Islam's view. Keeping the body open risked it becoming a shrine or object of worship. Hazrat Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu was a wise companion. He understood if this body stayed visible, people in future might forget Tawheed or worship of one Allah and fall into dead body worship. Also, leaving a great person's body unburied like this was disrespect. In this complex situation, he did not decide himself, but waited for Caliph Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu's guidance. From Medina came the Caliph's reply letter with a very secret and clever order. Amirul Mu'minin, Hazrat Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu knew Shaitan can make people do shirk anytime, so he took a historic decision to close this door of fitna forever. In the letter, Amirul Mu'minin Hazrat Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu gave General Abu Musa an unusual, strict order. He wrote, "So people do not exaggerate or worship this grave, and Shaitan cannot steal their faith. Adopt such a strategy that until Qiyamah no one knows the exact place of his grave." He clearly said, bury this body in complete secrecy away from people's eyes. Because Islam is the religion of Tawheed, here only the Creator is worshipped, not creation. Following the order, General Hazrat Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu and his few trusted companions dug 13 graves in different places of Tustar city during daytime. In daylight, local people saw many graves being dug, but did not understand what was happening or why so many graves. When deep night darkness fell and the city slept, in secrecy the companions buried Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam in one of those 13 graves with full Islamic honor after ghusl, kafan and janazah. After burial, not only that grave, but all remaining 12 empty graves were filled with soil and leveled. They blended the graves with ground and erased signs, so next morning no one could tell which was real and which fake. All places looked exactly the same. Due to the companions' wise strategy, the local superstitious people never found that specific grave again. Even today, no archaeologist or researcher knows for sure where Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's real grave is. Allah Ta'ala thus protected his beloved servant from people's shirk and fitna. He wanted his servant to remain a symbol of worship only for him, not become a shrine or pilgrimage site. Dear viewers, Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam was buried, but a question surely rises in your minds. What happened to that mysterious ring? The ring that witnessed history for thousands of years, did it get buried underground again? In reliable history book Al-Bidayah wan-Nihaya, according to some narrations, when General Hazrat Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu recovered this ring, he did not send it to Caliph Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu or rebury it. Instead, on the companion's advice, he kept it with himself as blessing and memory. Later it is known the ring got lost or disappeared over time into oblivion. But the carve seen on that ring stone, 2 lions and a man, reminds us that whoever Allah protects, no worldly ferocity can touch him. At the very end of the video, we can say, Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam's secret grave still teaches us today. Not for fame or shrine worship, but a believer's life should be only for Allah's pleasure. Allah grants honor to his beloved servants even after death that no worldly king can imagine. May Allah grant us all the ability to have trust like Hazrat Daniel alayhi salam. No matter how big the danger, may we remember our Lord is greater than that. Dear viewers, this thrilling journey through history ends here. If you liked the video, like it to encourage us. And to know more such unknown gems of Islamic history, subscribe to our channel and become part of the family. See you in the next video searching for new history. Until then, stay well, stay healthy, and stay with Iman. Ameen.